Yes. All right. Hello, can you hear me? Messi, I don't know if you're there. All right. I can see that you are online. I can see that you are online. Okay. Um, we'll soon start. Let me confirm if you're there or not. But if you're there, leave in the comment section. I am there. Yes. All right. It's good to have you back to class. Welcome back to computer class. Canal Express Academy. Yes. Let me confirm if the student is online. Hello. Are you online? Okay, good, 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 good. I want to confirm. All right. All right. All right. So it's good to have you. And today we're going to look at the functions of a computer. Functions of a computer. Right. I hope you have your notebook. This is a continuation of the class that is already on. So now we have an understanding of what a computer is. We also know the uses. But then there are details we're going to look at, such as how computer works. How does it work? How does it function? Right? How does it work? Just like every other machine, computer has its methodology, the way it works, the way it performs its works, all that. All right, right. So we have like well six functions, which I'm going to share with you. And number one is input. Input. The material will be sent to you. I want you to drop your email in the comment box. Drop your email in the comment box. The material will be sent to you. All right? Drop your email in the comment box later after the class. All right. One is input. Is coming. I mean, class was coming. That's right. Okay. Like, just hold on. Just carry on. I'll be right back. Yeah, yes, very well. The days of the week, the convenience, but 3 days in the week, 3 days. Tuesday, Monday, Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, but I want to make it flexible now. Choose the days, and I will know how to adjust to my window. If it's a day you choose, I can come on Saturday because of you.
Tuesday,
Okay?
Friday, and Saturday will be compliment for me. I wouldn't know.
No, it's okay.
I'm not like the
That on the
they
secondary.
were
I'm not on secondary now. I was talking about then on secondary. Yeah, but it's okay. I can do that because of you.
maybe they started in my
Uh, let's see. I will join you, please. Sorry.
so they go. When on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days a week for the company. That has choose one and you make a mind one day the wedding night. Nine to what time?
9 to 11 hours. 9 to 11. Monday.
Monday, Wednesday,
Okay. So that is the phone number. 070. I don't know, let's check with you. I don't know the right class. It's not about what the class is about. Thank you so much. No, you did well because I was soon go. Burial. Burial somewhere. So, burial. Okay, are you serious? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. All right. Messi. Sorry for the distraction. All right. It's all right. Sorry for the break. I had to switch to phone because of network challenge there. All right. So when you put in data inside a computer, into a computer using your computer, what is it doing? All right. If you're back online, so I was saying the process of putting in information or data into a computer is called imputing. All right. The art of putting in information into a computer is called imputing. Sorry, we had a little break in the network, so I am using my phone now instead of laptop. All right. So the process of putting in information into your computer is called imputing. So we are looking at the functions of a computer. All right. So how does it process that? How does it work? How does it perform each task? Number one is imputing. When you put in information into the computer, that process is called imputing. And then we have processing. When the computer begins to process it, whether you want it to interpret it, to modify it, whether you want it to edit it, whether you want it to change the font style. For example, you have a document you want to save in your computer, you have already done the imputing, now you want the computer to process it. It begins to carry out the work. So that processing means the computer is now doing all the commands that you are giving it. That is why sometimes they refer computer to garbage in, garbage out. It is what you give it that it works with and gives you what exactly you want. Now, it works in this way. When you are done imputing, the computer will need you to give it instruction on what to do next. You understand? The computer will tell you, what exactly do you want me to do now? So it's either you want to say save, copy, duplicate, right? You begin to edit. You're done typing, so you are editing now. You are changing the font style, the size. You just want to give it new color and all that. And when you are done with it, it goes to the next function. Remember, we have mentioned imputing as number one. We have done the processing number two. Like when it comes to mathematical processing, or you want to do data processing, you have tables, you create columns and rows. You're going to get to that when we do Excel. There are many ways it does this data processing. It's quite a big aspect of computer education. All right, so all the instructions you give it, it works with it. That is that aspect called processing. What it does with the data you give to it, it is that process, that act, or that function that you called processing. Then can store. Computer can store. As a matter of fact, you hardly see where people go to library now. I don't know if you have library in your town or where you live. People don't go to library so much. Yes, they are saying it's old school, but the reason why it's old school is because computer has given us the facility that makes it easy for us to store data information in somewhere much bigger than the four buildings of wall. You can store 1 million files, 1 million books, 1 trillion books in the computer and it will not shake. All right, so what am I saying? The function number three is it's able to store. It is able to store. Computer has the capability of storing. All right, it has the capability of storing. So I hope we are making sense and we are progressing. Number one, we said its ability to receive, and that process is called imputing. Its ability to receive data. That's process. That function is called imputing. When computer is able to receive, you are putting in data information into the computer, and then it begins to work on the data or information you have put into it. It begins to process it using the instruction that you give to it, whether it is edit, whether it is change the font color, whether it is duplicate, whether it is cut, whether it is copy, all right, whether it is send it through email to somebody else and all that. Then it stores, which is the third function. It stores. It can keep it there so that whenever you need it, you can easily access it. Well, you know that everything that has an advantage has a disadvantage. In as much as computer has the biggest space to store data or information, it can crash, just like a building can collapse. It can crash when a virus enters it. But that doesn't remove or nullify the fact that it can store data or information. Yes, it has the biggest database ever on earth. So this is powerful. The number four is output, 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 output. Now, it's quite easy to understand. It's English language. To put out, that's the meaning of output. To put out. So whenever you want to remove data from your computer, to give it out, or to print it out, to extract it from the computer, what you're doing is outputting, all right? So it has the ability of releasing, removing, giving out information, process data, all right? Depends on what form you want it. So, for example, you are done typing, you are done typing, and you just want to have it on a paper, a hard copy. All right, so what you do is you connect a printer to your computer, which I've shown you. I did show you yesterday in the introductory side of the class, aspect of the class. All right, so when you connect the printer to the computer, you send the documents. Let me open a file here. You send the document to the printer, and the printer prints it out. That process is called output. All right. When you use microphone, to play music in your computer, what you are doing is outputting, because data can also come as sound, as side tests. All right. When we get to data processing, I'm going to break it down so we can understand it better. Examples of data, what form data comes into the computer and all that. But what we need to understand now is that computer gives out processed data. So, and that process is called output. That function is called output. We have listed four. We said one is input, the second one is processing. All right, I'm going to recap. The third one is storage, and the fourth one is doing what? Giving out, which is output. When you say input, it means you are putting in data into the computer. So when you say process, it means you are now working on the data that has already been put into the computer. All right, so you begin to give the computer instruction, edit, type, and all that. When you store, it means you are keeping it there, you are preserving it in the computer, just like you do in a library. All right, or you can, the way you keep your money in the bank, you're storing it there, yes, for a while until when you need it again. That's how computer works as well. And the last but not the least, because there are other functions, the last but not the least is putting out, putting out, putting out, putting out. Now, the other functions of a computer includes data processing, all right, and many other things, just like I did explain the other day. How else you can use computer and all that still applies to it. Now let us look at the short keys. The short keys in a computer. The short keys that you use in a computer. What are the short keys that you use in a computer? Now these short keys are keys on a computer, on a keyboard, that helps you navigate the computer easily. Don't bother writing. I'm going to send the material to you as I promised. It helps you navigate the computer easily. All right, short keys are keys on the computer keyboard that helps you navigate easily. All right, it makes it easier. Instead of typing the instruction in full, you are able to do that in a very short time. Okay, I know I introduced this to you, but we're going to have a quick look at it. It's quite long. This will also be made available to you. All right, so you have example is Control C. Just like I told you, you already know which key is Control on your keyboard. So you can have a look at it now to refresh your memory. If you have your laptop there, all right, it is written. Let me reverse or invert the camera so you can have a look. It is, you have on it written CTRL, CTRL, CTRL. So this is the control button. This is the control button. All right. So this helps you to activate a short key. You must hold the control button and C in order to copy a text that you already highlighted. Remember, before you use Control C, you must have highlighted the text. For example, I want to copy this. What do? I press Control A. So you can see it's already highlighted. Then I press what? Control C, which means I have copied it right now. All right, so Control A means to highlight. If you want to select an object on the screen, you either use your mouse or Control A. All right. Well, the difference between using the mouse and Control A is that while Control A can highlight everything at the same time, the mouse, you would need to drag it across the screen. All right. So you see the shortcut is the better option. All right. So Control A is to highlight. Control C is to copy. Control C is to copy. We are going to demonstrate this. Let us demonstrate this now. Remember, we copied something. What did we copy the last time? Let's go back to what we did the last time. We're going to copy this. We're going to say Control C. Control C has copied. And then I take it to Microsoft Word, which is a word processor, which we will do in the next class. All right. Then I say Control V. I need to paste it. All right. So while Control C means to copy, Control V means to paste. Control V means to paste. All right. Control V means to paste. Control C means to copy. Why? Control V means to paste. Then we have others. So this is CTRL plus V. This means to paste. All right, this means to paste. Control C means to copy and order. So now we have an understanding of this one. So let's look at other examples of the key. So you have Control P. Control P means to print. You want to print a document that you have been working on. If you press Control P, it will bring out the box and then you can make your selection. We're going to do that. I'm going to do that shortly. All right. So when you press Control P on your computer, what it does is to give you the option of printing the documents on your system. Now let's make it practical now. Let's make that practical. Control P means to print. All right. So what am I going to do? I'm going to press Control and P. Once I press Control and P, it brings out this box. And the computer will ask me, do you want to print? All right, then I will select, yes, I want to print. How many copies of it? I want to make 2 or 3 or thereabouts. It will now ask you, do you want to print all the pages? You choose. All right, do you want to print it one-sided? You choose. In the next class, I'm going to show you how to do proper printing. But this is what the short key is for. Control P. Then we have Control V, which I've already mentioned. It is to paste. Control V is to paste. This computer is being funny today. Control V is to paste. You have to turn it off. All right. Control V is to paste. Control C is to copy. Control P is to print. Then Control A is to highlight, just like we mentioned. Now there are others such as Control Del. Control Del. You can see the delete button on the laptop here. Let me turn so you can see what I mean. You see the delete button here. I don't know, the position of your own, but on my laptop, this is where you find it. So when I hold Control and Del, what I'm going to see is to cut the item that I've highlighted, to cut the item that I have highlighted already. Then you have others like Control INS, which also means copy the selected item. You have Control Home, which means go to the beginning of the document. All right. Then you have others like Control Left Arrow. This is the left arrow. Control Left Arrow. When I press Control Left Arrow, it will move me from one term to the left at the same time, very fast. It will take you to the left. If you do Control Right Arrow, it will do the same thing. It will do exactly that same thing. Then do you have a question? You can drop your question in the comment box as we continue. Now there are other keys such as Alt F. On your keyboard, there is a key called Alt. Alt. It works like Control. You need to hold it in order to activate a short key. All right. Now look at your computer. Do you have a question? Leave it in the comment box. I will see it and I will respond to that. All right. So Control Z, A, C, P, and V. We are all familiar with it. It will be in the material as well that I will make available to you shortly. Let's look at kinds of computer. We were supposed to go into word processing, but I want to make sure that we have a good understanding of the term computer and what it does before we go to the one that we all know. Now, the kinds of computer includes, so this is a recap. We have microcomputer. It's an electronic device with a microprocessor as its central processing unit. Microprocessor is very small. It will also be available in your material. You'll see the picture of all these things. Then you have another kind, laptop, which is a portable, just like the one I'm using now. A portable computer that can easily be carried around. That is why it is called a laptop. You can have it on your laps, actually. So it is very portable. Then you have a workstation, which represents high performance computer, which is specifically designed for handling, technical or scientific applications. It is customized for research purposes and all that. It is the type you find in the offices of all these weather forecasters. It is customized to have the applications that they use to work daily. All right, so you have another one, desktop computer, which is a personal computer called PC in brackets. or a microcomputer that is fixed on a desk, it is quite heavy. So which means you cannot be carrying it around, and you need to do a lot of connection before you can use it. So it is not so portable. All right, it is not something that you carry around everywhere you go and all that. We have yet another one, so many of them. You have the supercomputer. Like I told you the other day, it's a powerful computer, very powerful. It applies to the fastest high performance systems available at any given time, very fast. And that's the type you have, in Glow, MTN, and these telecommunication companies, very fast. So which is why you can make a call from here to US and it will go instantly. They use these computers to work well. All right, then you have server. You have server, just like you have in computer centers and major internet providers. They use that a lot. All right, it's a specialized computer or software system designed to provide services, data, or resources to other computers, known as clients. You can find this in offices too. We have yet another one, a mainframe computer. It's a very high performance computer used for handling large scale computing tasks, just like supercomputer as well. And unlike personal computers, mainframe excel at processing data at a great speed. All right, so that's the difference now. It processes data at a great speed. I'm going to make available the images of these computers in the material. That's a promise. All right, you have it uh, shortly. Then we have handheld computers that you can hold, handheld computer. They refer to mobile computing devices, that is small enough to be held in one's hand. That includes your handset. Your Android is a computer, right? Your Palm Top, your iPad, they all fall into this category. Then you have just like tablets, they're all in that category. Then you have the analog computer, which is a system that is composed of circuit modules capable of performing, all right, very fast, just like supercomputer. They are quite fast, all right. All right, they are capable of performing operations such as summation, mathematics, scaling, integration, and all that. Then we have hybrid computer. Hybrid computer. I hope you're not writing. It's quite much to write. So this will be made available to you. So it's a computational system, that combines the features of both analog and digital computers. So it harnesses the advantages of both the analog and digital computers. That's why it's called that hybrid. All right. It's a very wonderful kind of computer. Well, you don't see much of this in Nigeria anyway. So the ones you find in Nigeria will be the PC, the laptop, the handheld computer. You can see the supercomputer because we have companies now that are into telecommunication and all that. But the hybrid should also be here, but it's not so common. You have the mainframe computer, which is a large computer capable of rapidly processing massive amounts of data at high speed, very fast, very fast. All right, these are the kind of computers you use at war times. All right, that army bases used to communicate codes and all that. They are massive. They're also used in the industries, in rocket stations and all that for projection of rockets and arms and rocket missiles and what have you. So they are very fast. They will be used where speed is necessary. So you have smartphone, which I've mentioned. You have tower computer, a computer that arranges the internal components vertically. It's kind of outdated, but they're still using it. All right, so they're a common style of case design because they allow heat to rise and escape more. And then you have digital computers, which somehow we have mentioned. They are the type of computers that use discrete data to perform computations. All right, I'll give you examples. All right, in the material, you have mini computers. They are small scale devices that function as a computer with radio attached to it, and they are capable of performing tasks like browsing the internet, sending messages, and all that. You may be having one as a watch. I mean, it's common now. Everybody has it now. This watch that you can use to browse, make call, and all that. They fall under that category. Then you have mainframes, long gigantic machines that have lots of processing powers. They're very large machines. They have lots of processing powers and all that. That's why it's called mainframe. Yeah, well, you find it in organizations that need to store large quantities of information. So Google uses mainframe computers. Google, Oracle, and all these guys, these companies. Even Facebook definitely will have that because Facebook has billions of files now, billions of accounts. So they would be using this computer, definitely, because it is only organizations that need to store large quantities of information that need them. So think about it. Telecommunication, what have you, weather forecasters and all that. Then you have a mini computer. We are wrapping up today's session. We have a mini computer, which is a small scale device, very small scale device that functions. There are examples of it in the material. Don't worry. That functions as a computer, which with radios attached to it, and it's capable of performing tasks like browsing the internet and sending message. The last one, but not the least, and that is where we wrap it up for today. It's general purpose computer. I want to throw light on this because it is the kind of computer you find in our offices. General purpose computers. How do you know that? All right. General purpose computer is a type of computer that can perform a wide range of general tasks, such as number one, analysis, invoicing, management information, financial accounting, inventory in hospital. You can use it. I went to FMC Umaya for the first time. I never knew that they use computers there because until the new governor came, right? Uh-huh. The place used to be like one abandoned place. Then I went there. I saw that there was somebody there who was taking notes of your purchases, especially when the doctor refers you to go and buy drug. So when you buy the drug, you go to the lady or a man, they will put it in the computer. They will extract your file and all that. Then give you an invoice. Somehow they use it to go and make payment. So use it to keep information, whether purchases, transactions, or even the names of customers. Sorry, I don't call patients customers. Go for me. The name of your the names of your clients and all that. So these computers have the capability to store numerous programs and instructions. Almost all the computers used in your homes, schools, offices for commercial, educational, entertainment, communication, and other applications are the examples of general purpose of computers. Such computers are versatile, but they generally have lack, they're not as speed as sorry, they're not as fast as supercomputer or mainframe and the rest. But then they are the ones that are readily available in these places I mentioned. So I hope that you got a lot in today's broadcast. All right. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Do you have a question that you'd like to ask? If you have a question, you can leave it in the comment section. I will respond to it. All right, Messi, that'll be all for today. See you on Monday. Is it Monday or Tuesday? I'll be very much available so that we can go to the next stage, which is word processing. So come with all the questions. And I gave you some assignments. If you remember, I gave you an assignment. I told you to get me make a research, find out other uses of a computer other uses aside the ones I've mentioned. All right. So be innovative, make your research. See you on Monday. Do have a wonderful, wonderful day.